Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the good old show. We're back with another one. Welcome in, welcome in. Look, check this tree out. It's about to fall over. Look at the roots. Anyway, today we have a wonderful discussion on why the Pokemon community is max level cringe. And it just, the whole thing. Everyone's going to love this episode. Because regardless of what side of the fence you stand on, I feel like we all need to take a walk outside and breathe in the fresh air and look at the trees and look up at the stars, look at the sky for a minute and just breathe. Why am I making this? You're going to find out here in a second. I'm also going to give a good Pokemon recommendation. I know everyone wants to hear what I recommend buying, and I don't even want to give this secret away, so I'm going to make you stick to the end of the video for this one. So, and it's a banger too, trust me. So, anyway, we're going to talk about some things I just watched on YouTube of someone loading a cart full of 151 sea and sky boxes. And I swear it's like the ultimate rage bait for people. And the comments that people got. And I don't know. Me, I'm kind of on the side of both. Like, yeah, I hate seeing someone. I think naturally, we all hate to see someone just go to a store, buy a sea and sky box for $40 that doesn't even care about the hobby, and they just go sell it on Marketplace for $300 and walk away with just like the easiest money on the planet. And I mean, yeah, as humans, that naturally frustrates you, like down to your very core. And everyone, like the suggestions are absolutely hilarious, and this is where it gets good. Is people's suggestions were, well, you're why my kid can't find cards. Like, really, bro? Like, are we really going to do this? First of all, Pokemon packs are still $10 across the board for most stuff. Like, the highest is like 151 at $20. You're not paying, like, vintage prices, folks. You're not paying $300 for a pack of cards. And there's just nothing to buy unless you spend $300. Like, you're not getting absolutely screwed, first of all. And and the sad thing is, the people that complain, it's their choices that are paying these higher prices. Like, just don't. Even myself, like, whenever I bought stuff, I just bought it back when it was cheap and no one really cared. And I just held on to it just in case. And so I want to go over the next thing of some genius. They came up with, well, we need to get the law involved. Police need to get these scalpers. Like, are you fucking serious? It goes to show me that, like, a lot of Pokemon fans are people that watch YouTube are like 17 years old, 18 years old, and they have no idea of how the world actually works. Like, you want to pay police officers to arrest scalpers. Let that sink in for a minute, how absolutely stupid that is. And what really is the definition of a scalper? I mean, is it just anyone that owns Pokemon cards and plans on hopefully selling them for a higher price in the future? Like, is that a definition of a scalper? Is it just someone that goes into the stores and just buys stuff if they see it cheap and then hurries up and reflips it? Yeah, that tends to be the higher part of being a scalper, but how would you expect law enforcement to even track something that stupid? Maybe just tell Pokemon to just quit printing cards altogether. There you go. They're the ones that have created this mess. I mean, at the end of the day, they're the ones that, are printing the damn products that people are going nuts over. But, and I've went over it in my videos before, that none of my subscribers that have been on watching my channel for the past year can complain at all. Because I've told you to buy Prismatic when it was cheap. And now it's not. Like, things just change. And prices change. And that's what keeps Pokemon exciting. And it's just, like, everyone would just call you a stupid idiot and dumb again if prices didn't move up. And no one would care. Like, it's just that fine balance of, like, all the same people that called everyone stupid for buying Pokemon. Now everyone gives a fuck, and now it's, a big thing. And those same people think it should be outlawed, or people should be jailed or they should get the IRS involved. That was another recommendation, get the IRS involved with people selling Pokemon cards. Like, how the hell, all my Einsteins out there, how is the IRS going to tell what you paid for a box of Pokemon cards? Because a lot of us, like even 151, I didn't buy it for 40. Like, the Sea and Skybox, I paid $150. Like, I paid full price back then when it even went up more. That no one knows what you actually paid. It's the same thing with gold. Like, we just know what the price is now. So, are you going to arrest, like, gold holders too? Silver holders? People that own land? People that own cars? I mean, those were cheaper at one point, and now they're more expensive. So, I mean, you should arrest those people too, right? And call the IRS on them. And my next argument is like, well, people will say, well, it's people that don't want to get jobs. When half the people that are in the Pokemon have jobs, and they sell Pokemon on the side because the wages suck. And honestly, you would be kind of stupid to work over selling Pokemon. I mean, at this point, maybe they need to look at the actual system that enslaves them and the criminal masterminds behind that, like J.P. Morgan and all the other frauds, Bill Gates, all the other actual criminals, instead of bothering the average man that's making money off of Pokemon. Like, I actually root for people, the average person making money off Pokemon, because I know the system's absolutely rigged against you. And yeah, like, you can work for 30 or 40 grand a year, and after taxes you have nothing. Or you could have bought 151 2 years ago, the UPCs, 50 grand worth, and now they're 650. So you made $600,000 in profit in like 2 years. Or you can go to work. Like I said, I know which one I would pick. But the point of this video is, people need to kind of go outside more, take a breath, and understand that, like, you had your chance. Everyone has had their chance. Pokemon has done a more than fair job at getting product in people's hands. And anyone that wants to argue with me about that, look at Prismatic. They printed it down to $80 in ETB. And now people are going to get mad that it's $200. Like, it's the same cycle every time. Same thing will happen with the Ascended Heroes. Everyone will be mad, when it goes from $100 to $200. And they will complain. And they will bitch about scalpers and everything else. But they ignore the chance that Pokemon made it possible for you to get it. You didn't buy it. And now it's more expensive. And it's just a joke to me that people think that we should really hire law enforcement to patrol the Pokemon market. Like, folks, law enforcement, I've had cards stolen from me, and they don't even give a fuck, okay? Like, law enforcement does not give a shit even about the thieves that steal from you, okay? Like, the people that are actually committing a crime, not the people that are risking their own money that they've worked for and invested into Pokemon. Like, but those are the hardworking people that are looking for a different way to make money should be arrested, but not the thieves. That makes a lot of sense, right? But it's like, it's just bizarre that people are like this disconnected from reality, that they really think law enforcement should watch over Pokemon deals. Like, it's so bizarre. And it's just like, people will make money off of Pokemon. Like, it is what it is. And you can't really hate on people for being smarter than you. That's just really the truth of it. And taking risks that you didn't take. I gave everyone great entry points on getting in on half of these products. Like Prismatic. I told everybody, if you want Prismatic or you want any Pokemon, this is the time to get it, because the prices will eventually change. It happens every time. Is it annoying? Yeah, sure, whatever. If you didn't buy a lot, sure, it's annoying, it's frustrating. Now you got to pay more, whatever. But that's just how it works. And to think like, police need to be involved with determining what a scalper is and what a flipper is and what a collector is and what a seller is. Like, it's bizarre, dude. It's really goofy. Like, whenever I joined the hobby 6 years ago, I joined it with no Pokemon. I had nothing Pokemon related. And I looked, and I seen tons of people that had, Sky Ridge, first edition base set boxes. And yeah, you get a little jealous and pissed off, like, what the fuck? Why didn't I do this? But it is what it is. So you start from the playing field that you're on. And if you started from the playing field that you're on 6 years ago, you've had tremendous opportunities. If you even started at the playing field a year ago, you've had some of the greatest opportunities that Pokemon could ever offer, or any investment could ever offer. Even buying like Paldea Evolved when no one wanted it. $80 box, now $500. Probably going to go up more. It really is just bizarre of thinking that law enforcement should get involved with Pokemon. They should get involved with the thieves, the people that steal. But it's like, you can't hate people because they're either smarter than you, or they have more money than you, or they have more success than you. And it is what it is. Hate the system. Hate the system itself. If jobs actually paid people good, no one would scout Pokemon. Everyone would work the jobs, but they don't pay worth a shit, and the system's dog shit. So what can you do? Of course people are going to buy and sell Pokemon. It is what it is. And yeah, do I hate whenever I see people make a killing that don't even know anything about Pokemon? Yeah, I'm sure, like, it annoys me. But I don't think they should be, like, arrested. Like, yeah, they fight each other for it, in front of a vending machine, sure, arrest them. They act like idiots, sure. But if they're just buying product, and, like, people that hold product should go to jail now, like, what? People don't realize how bizarre their beliefs are. And I'm not really for either one. I'm not really for scalpers. I'm not really against them. I don't even go to stores and buy it anymore. I bought it when no one wanted it. And, like, now I don't even really care. Like, I just hold the Pokemon I have and make other investments that I feel are undervalued. And by the way, silver, we're now sitting at 75, by the way. I said to buy it at 70. I told you guys, like, it's not going to get any better for my $20 silver crowd. But it is just, it's something else. That, like, if people don't, like, I don't think anyone wants to be a Pokemon scalper, to be honest. But when the world's so bad, and the economy's absolutely terrible, and it's completely against your common man, that most scalpers, even ones guaranteed, they don't even want to be alive, bro. Like, let alone have to sell Pokemon cards. Like, and we need to get the common man. The common man has to go down every single time. Any common man that's trying to survive doing any type of business needs to already not challenging enough for just an average person to just live in the world and survive. But we need to arrest them all. It's just such a goofy take, man. It truly is. But Pokemon has done an incredible job at gifting everyone the opportunity to make their moves. Buy what you want to buy before the prices change. It's been like this since the dawn of time in Pokemon. Buy what you want to buy. Buy what you believe in and hold and see what happens. And for people that flip, they got lucky and they found it in the wild, and years ago, I mean, you've seen Pokemon everywhere in the wild, but it wasn't, like it is now, but it's still just like, yeah, if you got lucky enough to find it in the wild, like if you're now lucky enough to find 151 in the wild, yeah, you kind of deserve compensated for that. You know what I mean? Is it stupid? Yeah, of course. But our whole money system is fucking stupid. So it's I can't even hate on that. And like I said, it is what it is. The opportunities aren't there anymore. So what? Don't buy them. And it's the same people that complain are the same people that didn't buy them, like Seeing Sky for like $40. They didn't buy them because they were all pissy or didn't want to spend money, and now they're pissed. They're $300. That it's someone's fault. It's always got to be someone's fault. But and now they're the ones that spend that kind of money, and it's like I've said on this channel, don't. Like if something hits these prices, just don't buy it. Fuck it. I don't. And that's just kind of how you have to be. But anyway, that's really all I wanted to really rant about in today's video, of just how bizarre the community beliefs are of like you should just arrest anyone that owns Pokemon boxes. You should arrest anyone that has money. Just throw them in jail right away. They're got to be criminals or doing something bad. But anyway, so I want to get to the investment that I actually just found out more about, and it is the Mew Southern Islands Premium Collection boxes. The not Premium Collection, but the Mew Southern Islands boxes. They're now, actually I thought they were like 30 or 40K. They're actually only 9K right now, and you can find them still, and they have the Southern Islands Mew in them. And that card in a PSA 10 goes for over $150,000. So if you open it up and grade it and get a 10, you kill it. But I feel like in the future, in the very near future, Southern Island Mew boxes, and this is why I'm trying to grab one. I really didn't even want to mention it on my channel yet. But I feel like they'll be at least $20, $30, if not $40,000 just because of that Mew promo. Being brand new. And they also have a Japanese Southern Islands Mew, and I think that box is cheap. It's still only like $1,200, and the Southern Islands set was so good, and just Mew in general does extremely well over time, but especially something unique like Southern Islands Collection. But it's like, yeah, like people that own those, should they go to jail? Like they were smart enough to buy them when they were like $2,500 a box. Now they're more. There was no scalping involved. You just bought it on the secondary market and held on to it. You didn't take it from any kids. You didn't go to any store and beat people up. You just bought it online. Like everything I've bought for 90% of my stuff, I've bought online. I've bought on the secondary market because I don't care to go to stores. And the only time I ever went to stores was when no one actually gave a shit about it. And that was when I bought like a bunch of my Lance's Charizard boxes because no one else was buying them. So I kind of felt it was my public duty to just go buy a bunch of them at $20 a box because they were just laying on the shelf. And literally no one wanted them. And now that changed. I didn't know if it would change or not, but it did. And now that it changed, it's my fault. Like, I went from being the stupid idiot that was buying stuff when no one wanted it, and everyone said no one will ever want it, to now you're officially a scalper because the price went up. Like, make that make sense. As if the price stayed the same, no one would be a scalper. But the price changes. And we need to get the FBI involved. We need to arrest these people. Like, listen to how fucking stupid that sounds. Anyway, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think people just don't understand how the world works? But law enforcement monitoring Pokemon scalping. Maybe they should monitor stealing. Like, that would be a little bit better, right? That's an actual crime, is stealing. Buying stuff with your hard-earned money. Last time I checked, it wasn't a crime, but here in 2026, you never know how quick that'll change. But it just goes to show, like, I'm not saying all of you, but a lot of Pokemon people are just whiny little bitches. And it's so true. Like, all they do is cry, complain, bitch and moan, because they didn't buy something and it's now more expensive. It truly is bizarre. And yeah, like, it's just that jealous syndrome. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about in today's video. But it truly is disturbing, because there are people out there that like think you should die because you own Pokemon. I mean, like, there are some really extreme people out there with this shit. It's like, brother, it's just Pokemon. Like, yeah, people are making some money off Pokemon. Big whoop. You know, who cares? Quit making it if it's such a big deal. Anyway, that's all I have for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. We're out.